Okay, welcome back, students. Okay, so myself Tanishri Enula, and hereby, with respect to last class, with respect to shell programming, we had come across with how numeric comparisons can be done. Okay, so numeric comparisons can take place with using across either it can be a test or else we can use across with two square brackets there. Okay, so either of that can be done across. So followed it with that, let us come across with the next one. Okay, wherein we had come across here with numeric comparisons there. In the same way, let us come across with string comparisons there. Wherever there are two set of strings, so at that time, how are you making that particular comparison there? So whenever two strings are there, now consider S1 is a string, S2 is a string. If at all I want to get to know that whether those two strings are equal or not, so I can construct it using this one, that is using S1 a single equal to and a S2. So it says whether the string S1 is equals to S2 or what. So similarly I can use an exclamatory sign and equal to, so it says that S1 not equal to S2. That can be checked here. Okay, else I can use -n and then the required string. So -n tells you whether the respective string whatever you have taken across here, whether it's a not a null string. So not a null string is nothing but it checks on whether that particular string is being read along with any content or what. Okay, so if at all the vice versa of this is -z. -z checks across with whether the string is null or what. Okay, -z checks for string is null or not, or else -n checks for whether the string is not a null string. Okay, then directly I can just use only stg, so which says that it's assigned and is not null. So straight away these three goes hand in hand actually, but it entirely goes on how best do you make that kind of a usage there. Okay, then I can use it as s1 equals to double equals to s2. So these happens to be in con and bash shells there. Okay, so whereas in others you can directly use only this one, s1 equals to s2. Okay, a simple example for the same here. Okay, you can just come across a equals to, within quotes I have used abc as my first string, b is equals to efg as my second string. So this is my first string, this is my second string. Okay, so with respect to when I am using if, so I can either use these brackets, else I can use test as a command. Okay, so if within that bracket I have used $a equal to $b. So what is this actually I am doing? I am checking whether this string is equals to this string or what. Okay, then echo a is equals to b. Okay, else echo a is not equal to b. Okay, so here keep in mind, here I have made a mistake actually. It is fi. Okay, fi happens to be a small fi. Okay, it's not a capital one. So be very, because it's an what is a keyword, so that's why I do not make such kind of a mistake there. So my a happens to be a string with abc, b happens to be a string with efg. So and we know of course that both of them are not equal there. So ultimately it prints you on the screen as a is not equal to b. Okay, so this is what is being given across. Okay, so this is with your string. So similarly, if at all I ask you, okay, just you take it as an assignment. Okay, you take it as an shell script to be written. Okay, write a shell script to read two strings. Okay, and find whether those strings are null string or what. Okay, if at all it's a null string, print appropriate message. If not, check whether those both strings are equal to one another. Okay, if equal to one another, print appropriate message. Okay, got to know what you have to do? Read two strings there. Okay, write a shell script to read two strings, check for both of the strings whether they are null string or what. Okay, if at all they are null string, print appropriate message. Okay, if not, mind my statement, if not, check for the string equivalence. Okay, if those strings are equal to one another, print appropriate message that the strings are equal. Okay, this is your I must say, in my numeric comparison I have given you one work. This is the second work of writing a shell script. Okay, then let us come across with similarly I can have the test can be performed on files also, and that we call it across as file tests. Okay, so file tests are whatever file name you will be providing, it will check for the different occurrences with that particular file. Okay, now like for example, if I use a test called it as -f, and in front of that if I use a file name, so it will check for whether this particular file name is existing and is a regular file. Okay, it is true if it says that the file exists and is a regular file. Okay, if you use -r and the file name, it says that the file exists and is readable. If I use -w and give the file name, it will check you the file exists and is writable. -x and the file name, it says that file exists and is executable. Okay, -d and a file name, it says that file exists and is a directory. Okay, -s and the file name, it says file exists and has a size greater than 0. Okay, it has a size greater than 0 here. Okay, then comes -e and file name. Okay, so this is used in case if at all at any point if your shell does not react for this -f. So at that time, keep in mind that on which shell are you working, it's a cron or a bash shell. So if at all it's a cron or a bash shell, you can use this option called as -e. -e is just doing the same work as -f there. Okay, then comes -l, capital L. It tells you the file exists and is a symbolic link file there. Okay, then f1 -nt f2. So nt specifies that f1 is newer than f2. Newer than means it is been what do you say, it has been created, okay, after f2. Okay, that's a newer. Okay, older than means nothing but f1 is been created or else f1 is existing before f2. Okay, then similarly f1 ef -ef f2. So what does this mean? f1 is linked to f2. Okay, got to know. Okay, here you can just come across with the same one, ls-l. Okay, I am just showing across with the 7 columnar display of this file name called as emp.lst there. Okay, so with this emp.lst, I am looking across, I am finding that these are my existence there. Okay, so now here, if at the prompt, okay, if without using that test, I have used directly here -f emp.lst echo $?. Is previous commands successness, it will tell you, it will return back 0, which says that it is existing now, file is existing. -x, what do you mean by x now? X says that executing. Okay, so neither execution is on for owner, neither for group member, neither for others. So what is your return status? Return status is 1, which states that the respective this permission is not allowed for this particular file name. Okay, similarly emp.lst. Okay, so if at all I am checking across with -f and emp.lst. Okay, so that is nothing but ultimately this one, it will let you know or else it will say you that -f tells you the file exists and it's a regular file. -x says that it's executable or not. Okay, 1 says no, yes says 0. Okay, so similarly that is with your file test there. Okay, so of course an example is not taken across here, so I have just given an connectivity example there. So what you guys do is you take down an question again here, write a shell script. Okay, write a shell script to read a file name. Okay, to read a file name and find out whether that particular file is a directory file or what. Okay, write a shell script to read a file name and find whether that particular file is a directory file or what. Okay, this is your first program. The second one, write a shell script. Okay, write a shell script to read 2 file names. Okay, to read 2 file names and find whether those 2 files are linked to one another or what. Okay, mind my question again. Write a shell script to read 2 file names and find whether those 2 files are linked to one another or what. Okay, so I'll be creating another assignment column in my classroom there. Okay, so all of you have to send me these set of assignments whatever I am sharing there. Okay, else you can send it to even to that particular shell script also. Okay, already an assignment column is there. Okay, so there itself you can resubmit it, that will also do, no issues with that. Okay, so this is with your file test there. Okay, so in my next class we will come across with this case there. Okay, so how the case works and all these things. Okay, what do you mean by case and other things there. Okay, after case we'll come across with looping. Okay, fine, thank you.